certificate has been revamped. And in the revamping, what they have done is now said that the law 100% does not fit. If it does not fit, you must acquit. So they're saying the law does not fit. Here is the backwards ass, and this is my cursory reading of what has filed their 12B6 motion to dismiss, reads a lacking, let's say, of fundamental logic. What they're doing is, this is a civil complaint. They're using criminal logic to try to convince the judge that they should dismiss the civil case. They are arguing what are called ex post facto laws. And here's the easiest way to describe it. They're saying, can't make this up, the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, which was created in 2000 to give victims who are victims of somebody simply targeting them just because of their sex, an avenue of which that they can file civil claims, that they can go backwards in time to file civil claims. The argument is, wait for it, you, judge, need to throw this case out because at the time that the law was passed, we hadn't done anything wrong. Translation, they are saying, look, these allegations against us happened 3 months before the law was even passed. So that's ex post facto. And if that's the situation, we wouldn't have even known that it was against the law. The fuck? A simplest way to explain it? At the time, this wasn't a civil remedy. So since it wasn't a civil remedy at the time, you can't get me in trouble for it. Now that works in criminal elements and that works for criminal aspects completely. It does not work for civil. So what they're saying is the civil penalties are criminal in nature, so it is basically criminal. Give you an example. So they're basically saying the following. If Congress passed the law that said anybody whose family, cousins, so forth, ever owned slaves back in the day, all of y'all are looking at 30 fucking years. Well, the argument would be, well, at the time it was legal. How can you punish me for me now? Because I didn't know. That's what Jay-Z is saying through his lawsuit is, look, at the time, who knew it wasn't a crime to do stuff to 13-year-olds, basically. And so how would I know? That's not fair. I'm not on knowledge. And then secondly, they're arguing there's something called the Child Victims Act, and there's also the Adult Survivor Act. And they're saying both of those would have given this person avenue in which they could have sued under there, and she should have sued under there and not sued under there because the statute of limitations has run. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. I'm usually not a fan of quasi saying, yeah, maybe we did it, but the statute has passed, so you can't sue me under it, especially in Jay-Z's unique situation, because his best case scenario is he wins. And he has to tell the world, I like to teach the world to sing. He has to tell the world that I won on a technicality because it possibly could have happened, but because it was 3 months after the passage of this rule, she shouldn't be allowed to bring this lawsuit whatsoever. I think if you are going to win on this type of technicality, probably should have just given her the money that she asked for. Because remember, this is not criminal in nature, this is civil. So this ex post facto, and they're saying under the law, there's not something written that it applies backwards. Doesn't make a lot of sense because everybody under this law, it basically says that you can bring these suits from a long time ago, so long as you bring it in this narrowly tailored window. His lawyers are saying if you read that statute, it is not fair to Jay-Z because he wouldn't have known. Take that. And take that fucking dumbass argument out of here.